So are you having a pretty hard time trying to convince your boss to invest in the digital marketing of your business? Well, today this video is just going to be about that, and I'm going to go over some really interesting stats and 5 reasons why your company should invest in its digital marketing. Hey guys, Clem from Honeybee Social, and today let's talk about reasons why you should invest, or your company should invest in your digital marketing and your media. Now, right now, there's a lot of companies out there that are looking at ways to shrink their budgets or to become a little bit more cost savvy with COVID-19 taking its effect on all economies everywhere. But digital media and digital marketing is one place that you do not want to decrease your spend or your time on as well. But it could also be very tough for you to convince the stakeholders that actually, sign the check in order for you to be able to digitally market your business. So today, let's go over some interesting stats that I have found that I've gathered together for you that you can use to help prove your case about why you should invest in your digital media and digital marketing. So number 1, over 50% of the world's population is under 30 years old. Most uni students of today will have never licked a postage stamp. But the most interesting stat that drives this first reason home is that more than half of B2B researchers today, so the people that are assigned with the task to find a company that can provide the service that their company is looking to fill, are millennials. What does that mean? That means that your stakeholders that you have to go after are not the ones that are going to use personal connections or face-to-face meetings all the time. They are going to research your company on the internet. They're going to look at your LinkedIn profile. They're going to look at your social media just to see what type of brand you are. And that brings us to reason number 2. Digital marketing and digital media is highly cost-effective. You don't have to have a very intricate website that costs thousands of dollars to build. You can have a simple website or a simple landing page for your product that really just drives your case home about why someone should align their business with you. People are steering away from brands that intrude on their lives. So for example, a radio ad is a very intrusive ad. It stops letting you listen to that music. It stops letting you enjoy that podcast as well. The same thing goes with TV ads. It stops you from being able to see the rest of the show that you want to watch. Whereas with content marketing and your digital marketing, it is much less intrusive. The ads can be on the side or they can be in between paragraphs. Your content marketing sits and blooms off of your website, growing and helping your SEO on your brand. And an interesting stat to drive this reason home, 50% of consumers start their research on a product or service online. They don't just go into the store, they don't call the store, they don't call the company, they go online to find out what they want to know. So how do you think they would feel about your business if they can't find out or find the question that they need to answer off of your website? As you can see from this table here, according to Forrester's research, this year alone, 47% of CEOs expect over 50% of their sales to come from digital. I'm pretty sure that stat now is a lot higher given that a lot more people are staying at home. Another interesting stat, half of all the sales in the US in 2018 were digitally influenced. Researchers expect by 2022, that percentage is going to go up to about 58 or even 60%. Number 4, we live in a multi-channel world. And by multi-channel, I mean we use several different channels to follow a brand, whether that is Instagram, whether that is going to Google and searching for them, whether that is going on Spotify and listening to their podcast. A 2017 survey found that only 7% of consumers were multi-channel shoppers, but they accounted for 27% of all sales in the world. Omni-channel shoppers as well spend on average 4% more when they're in-store and 10% more when they're online. But the great thing about omni-channel shoppers, every age group is a multi-channel shopper. Some are a little bit more than others, but that's it. Every single age group is a multi-channel shopper. And last but certainly not least, the internet doesn't sleep, and social media is not something you should completely rely upon. Your website is your biggest salesperson, and it is the hardest working one because it is on 24/7. The internet never sleeps. There's someone that's always going to be online looking at your content. But more to the point also, if you are solely relying on social media to do all of your sales and marketing and advertising, you're running on borrowed media. While your accounts can be free, they are borrowed media. They could disappear off the face of the earth tomorrow, and the only thing that you would have to be able to market your company online and your business online is your website, which drives the point home that you need to have a website that is really catered to your target market, that is about your customer or client and is not about you, and also especially does not run slow and is slow to load. People are getting very impatient nowadays, and if your website doesn't load, that's it, you're done. So that's all the time I have today, and those are the 5 reasons that I think you should go to your boss or to your stakeholder and tell of why you need to invest in digital media. There's some great stats, and I'll put all the website links to every single research report that I read down in the comments. If you have any questions, write them down in the comments, or follow me on social and see if we can connect somehow. Anyway, till next time, see ya!